Hi, good evening. Hi, this is Christine Crowell, and woo, we have got an amazing day ahead of us. I hope everyone is safe and well, and I just want to be here today to talk to you about AI. I'm doing so much research for my clients as well regarding AI, but today's video is about DeepSeek. Now, DeepSeek AI, the breakthrough that they've done, and what I've also done is, because I'm going to have a live tonight as well at 7 p.m. UK time, and this is where I'm going to be demonstrating to you about DeepSeek, and also to really give you some insight for those of you that aren't aware or not sure of whether this would fit in with your business, for example, because at the end of the day, you're the one that decides what is right for you in your business. So I hope everyone is well. So let me just get on here and dive into it. So imagine, right? What if you had an AI, right, that can really do things for you? And today I'm talking about DeepSeek today. Okay, DeepSeek, and I've got the app here on my phone, which is the DeepSeek app, for example, and I'm going to show you something because it's amazing what it's done. The app is like a little fish shark thing. You can probably see it there, and it is really amazing. I've been playing around with it really early this morning as well while I was out walking, and it's achieved some groundbreaking success in only 2 months. Now, yesterday in my live, I was talking about, I don't know how long it actually took them, but 2 months to do this, and wow. And today we're going to be diving into this revolutionary AI tool model that's taken the world by storm. It's taken all of us by storm, and it's skyrocketed with its downloads. Everybody is downloading it. Not everybody, majority of people are downloading the app, and it's setting a new benchmark in the tech world as well. So stay tuned to learn about DeepSeek, and I'm going to be doing some different trainings about AI tools so that you, the business owner, can get used to these AI tools and what they can do for your healthcare business, for example. So I had a meeting today with a developer, AI developer, and it was very interesting meeting that I had, and I learned quite a bit as well. And it's so amazing what these AI tools can do for your business, seriously, especially the voice AI. It is a game changer, for example. Okay, and sorry that I'm a bit late because I had to update. There was a plugin that needed to be put into the website, so I had to go in and do that. And the good thing is I know how to do my own WordPress website, so I'm happy about that, but I only just found out about it today. So I'm going to move on swiftly because you're not here to hear about that. You want to hear about DeepSeek, right? I want to know here if anybody here has used DeepSeek so far, because I've used it, and I'll go into it more in greater depth, for example. But DeepSeek, it's the newest AI model on the block. It's like the new kid on the block, but really it's the kid on the block that's owning the block right now, and it's clearly making waves. And it was only built in 2 months. This powerful AI tool has become the strongest on the market with only, it's had like millions of downloads already worldwide, and it's free to use. We can all access it. It's all local. I thought because I was in Cyprus, I wasn't sure whether I would be able to download the app. Not saying that Cyprus blocks anything, but I just didn't know. I wasn't sure because they're very good on security as well. So I was able to download it, and I'm super happy with that. So let's look at this. Okay, it is available. It's a user-friendly app. DeepSeek delivers cutting-edge AI capabilities right to your phone. I did it on my phone. And from an intuitive conversation, it also offers advanced data analysis. This model is redefining AI and what we can do with it. Now, I know that this is like the first stepping stone, and the other AI models are going to have to come up to that level and above, for example. And we already have some contenders already. Again, OpenAI, I'm sure they're not going to just let this slide, for example. But also there's the Grok 3. It's doing real-time tests at the moment. So I just wanted to mention that as well. But the moment we're dealing with DeepSeek AI, it is a game changer, and it's going to change how things are being done as well. So what sets DeepSeek apart, unlike its competitors? Well, it was designed to really be efficiency. It has the adaptability, and guess what? The magic sauce was, it was a secret. They didn't announce it. You know, like how the UK was like, yeah, AI is going to be, we're going to be the superpower. And then America was like, yeah, we're going to throw in, $500 billion, and this is going to be truly amazing. We're going to set up data centers. We're going to get these chips and do this and do that. Whereas China just kept quiet. And they did it. They didn't tell people their business, did they? They just did it. And look what they actually achieved in that short space of time. 2 months? My goodness, how they managed that, I do not know. I would love to have been there, part of it, to see how things did work, for example. So DeepSeek's ability to process natural language, it provides you with real-time insights and even predicts trends, as users calling it the strongest AI model available today. And guess what they did? They listed all of the AI tools around the world, for example, the strong ones, and then they compared the AI tools with their tool, and they showed that their tool was the strongest on all levels, for example. How amazing is that? They even did it in English so that everybody could see how amazing that their DeepSeek AI tool was superior than the others, for example. So imagine the DeepSeek's journey. It began with a clear vision to push the boundaries of AI. They didn't want to be excluded. And in just 2 months, their developers combined years of research with state-of-art hardware to create this powerhouse model. This rapid development, it highlighted not only the technological innovations, but also the speed of which the AI landscape is evolving. It is evolving. It's evolving so fast that we can't even keep up with all of these AI tools and what they can do, for example. So the question is now, how far can we go? How far do we really want to go? That's the question that kind of can be a bit scary. So imagine there's tools that can emulate you. They can talk like you. You just feed the data and then it can sit here just like how I'm here talking to you, and it would just have a conversation. How amazing is that, but scary at the same time? I'd love to hear your comments in the chat as well. So let's look at the possibilities. We know that these possibilities are endless, but it's also coming into healthcare, and we have to be mindful that, you know, we are human and it is humanity that we're doing this for, and that is what's so important. We want to preserve the human species. And, you know, like I said, I've got children, grandchildren, you know, I want their future to be safe as well. So for me, I'm coming from a mother point of view, but also a grandmother point of view. I just pray that this doesn't get out of hand. Okay? So even, you know, for businesses, entertainment, AI is becoming more integrated into our lives, and DeepSeek is the leading, and they've taken charge at the moment. But I know that, you know, everyone's racing. This is why this race is on, this space race, we call it. Golden age, AI superpower, we call it. If you haven't tried DeepSeek yet, now is the time, because it's not just about another AI app. It's got a tool that empowers users with instant, reliable intelligence. So, are you going to join the millions out there to create your own, you know, to download the DeepSeek app on your phone, for example? I'd like to know your comments, whether you're going to check out this or whether you're going to see what happens. But DeepSeek isn't just an app. It's at a glimpse. It really is the future of AI. And I've explored the capabilities, and so have a lot of people. But I've used it in a way that suits me, what I do, but also for my clients. So I'm going to share with you my DeepSeek, what I did today, for example. This is what I did today. I literally I downloaded the app. I went to the App Store, I downloaded it. I also asked it, because I'm in healthcare, so I did ask for it to do it's done a lot of things here. I said, could you do a demo of how easy DeepSeek is to use? And I said, I'm coming up to 60 years old, for example. So it then said, hello, it's wonderful to hear that you're exploring how easy DeepSeek is to use. Whether you're 60 or any other age, technology can be good and great tool to simplify tasks and stay connected. If you have any questions or need assistance with DeepSeek, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. So it's like DeepSeek is like your AI assistant, for example. So it then says, what specific features or tasks are you looking to demo, for example? Let me make this smooth and enjoyable experience for you. So I then said, I'm looking for you to create me a SOP of my daily task as a CEO. Can DeepSeek do this for me, for example? So then it said, absolutely. DeepSeek can act as your virtual assistant and help you streamline your daily task as a CEO. I can create a standard operations procedure, SOP, for your daily routine, offering structure and efficiency. And here's an example of the SOP. So it created it, and then it gave me a list of things that I can do. as an SOP. So it mentioned morning routine, personalized time, exercise, meditation, and breakfast. Then 7:30, it said review overnight emails and urgent messages. And then it said at 8 o'clock, scan daily news and industry updates. DeepSeek can curate a summary for you. So it can give you a summary of the news rather than reading through everything. It can give you a summary of the daily news, the trends, for example. So then it went on to say strategic planning, review key performance indicators, which is what I do when I come into the office, for example. KPI matrix. Then it says 9 o'clock, focus on long-term strategy, growth plans, partnerships, or innovation. Then 10 o'clock till 12, team engagement. Meet with department heads or team leads for updates, which is what I do anyway with my team. For example, I do meet with them daily because I want to, see what people are working on, see if they need help with anything. So, it's quite spot on, to tell you the truth, apart from I start at 9 o'clock. And then the team meeting, because I like to prepare what it is, see what's being done, and then see what needs to be done, and also speak with the team in the morning just to go through what they're working on and what the strategy is for the company for the day. And we also discuss for the week as well. But we usually try and do it in bite size. That way, because when you're working with remote teams, it's best to do it in bite size rather than this is the week's agenda. It's breaking it down step by step and giving them time frames when you want it done by. And also meet with them daily just to make sure that things are being done the way that they've been instructed, for example, and also to give feedback as to if there are any bottlenecks for them, and then I can guide them in that way. And I really enjoy it this way as well. Just to mention to you, I had a chat with some developers as well, AI developers, so they're creating some tools for me so that I can also introduce it to my clients. It is going to be a game changer. Let me tell you, you are going to be blown away, and it's not going to take long. So I'm super, when I say excited, I'm more than excited. I've never been so excited about something like this in my business. Is a game changer, but also it is a game changer for my clients because I know how hard they work in their business, and it can seem like you're just constantly grafting and your team is constantly grafting. This is going to be a game changer. And yes, AI is going to be involved in that, but also your team will have to learn to work with AI because we still need the human element. It's not about wiping everyone out from a job, for example. Yes, some people are losing their jobs, but at the end of the day, I believe we've got to move with the times. We always have done. We've had to move with the times because before it used to be typewriters, before it used to be QWERTY typewriters, then word processors, then there was the computer, and the computers back then was like, whew, you had to plug it in to the wall and then it would make this noise, I can't even do the noise. It's just a weird dialing noise through the phone lines, and you would hear it. We've moved on in such a big way. This, the innovation and the technology has really gone fast. Okay, so then it went on to tell me that I need to take a lunch break, Then it talks about the afternoon, for example, work on high priority tasks, financial reviews, investor relations, for example. I usually work on high value tasks in the morning. That's when I'm fresh, so I block off 90 minutes at a time, and I then work on the heavy work, I call it, so that by the afternoon I would have completed the heavy work, so then I can then have meetings in the afternoon with clients, for example, about the work that's been achieved. So then it then talks about wrap up, and then it says 4 p.m. Review progress on daily goals and delegate tasks if needed. Yes, that's what I do anyway. Respond to any pending emails and messages. Yes, that's when I look at my emails, is at that time, because I don't want to keep looking in my email box all the time. Otherwise I'll never get any work done. So I like to do the really heavy work first, get the work done, then I'll look at the emails in the evening, for example. So yes, that's correct. Then plan for the next day, and then it says DeepSeek can help you create a to-do list. Then it talks about personalized time. So 5:30 p.m. spend time with family, pursue hobbies, or relax. Then it even offers, for whichever staff members you've got or contractors, whatever, it will then tell you what you can get them to do, even though I already know. And then it says, would you like me to customize this SOP further to help you with specific tasks? Let me know how I can make your day easier. So I said, make a SOP, not for a virtual assistant. I said, make a SOP for CEOs. I then also went into, can you create let's just try and see it here. I said, build me a rota system for scheduling shifts for home care agencies. I'll show you. That's what I asked. Okay. And from that point, what happened there is that I said, it said creating a rota system for scheduling shifts in a home care agency, for example, is crucial to ensure proper coverage, avoid staff burnout, and meet client needs. So below is a step-by-step guide to building or an effective rota system along with sample template, for example. So then it then goes into, in order to build a rota system for home care agency, define the requirements, because you have to give them the data. This is what I'm saying. Not everyone can put data into these AI. You've got to be experienced. You've got to know what you're talking about. Otherwise, it's going to all be completely wrong. So don't think you can just get Joe Blogs off the street that's never worked in this field before and know how to do it. I hope you understand that, because it doesn't do everything for you. You've got to know what you're doing, and then you can put the information in. So for example here, define the requirements. What are the number of clients? Identify how many clients need care and their specific requirements, hours, days, special requirements, for example. Then it says staff availability. Gather information on your carers' availability. What are their skills? What are their preferences? Shift types. Define shift lengths, i.e. 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, whether it's 1 hour, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's 2 hours. You have to break it down when you're doing a rota thing anyway. Then it also talks about legal compliance. Ensure compliance with labor law, taxes, referring to America here, for example, and minimum working breaks, for example. Then it then says number 2, choose a scheduling method. Manual scheduling, use a spreadsheet or a paper-based system. There's Excel sheets, there's Google Docs that can actually create these for you. And I'm going to be doing training on that as well. Because at the end of the day, yes, we can have the software, we've got everything with that, but also it's good for you to know really how these things work, so that you're in control. You don't have to know how to change a tire, for example, all the time, but at least know how it works, and then that way you're not left vulnerable. Like for me, for example, if I was in my car and I had a tire burst or whatever, and I had to change the tire, I know how to change a tire. How many people know how to change a tire today? They ring for breakdown assistance, don't they? But I know how to do that because, many years ago, my husband, who's passed away, and I'm now remarried, he was a mechanic, so he taught me how to do that. And that was a gift that I still use today, that I could use today if I wanted to. Depends how long you want to wait in the dark, for example. So it also talks about here manual scheduling, software solutions like scheduling software, Deputy. Remember when I mentioned the other day about software, which is AI, which is Deputy, there's Care Planner, etc., which is automation for efficiency, okay? So it's directing you as well. But it says here, create a template, use a clear, organized format to assign the shifts, for example. So it's done some examples here that you'd be able to put into AI, for example, with regards to the day. And these are just pretend names. They're not real names. They're just fictitious names. So they're not real people, for example. And then it gives you the time, the shifts. And then it says assign shifts fairly. So you would rotate the shifts fairly so that everyone's got a good shot at it. You're not going to give someone twice as much work, for example, and then you leave someone out and they've only got 2 shifts. And someone else has got covering like a day and a half's work because they say they want to be really busy and they want to just keep moving. You got to even it out. This is care, but also you got to look after your staff members as well. So it's important that you think about that, and I'm sure you do in your care business, for example. So communicate the schedule. So here it says share the rota with the carers in advance, weekly, bi-weekly. So do it bi-weekly so they know what they're doing in advance, so they know what the schedules are for their workload. And they can plan around that accordingly as well. They've said what their availability is, and then you're then able to schedule the shifts in for them. Then you monitor and adjust, it says. So track attendance. Ensure carers are clocking in and out on time. So obviously there's timesheets involved here because this DeepSeek AI, it doesn't know fully about home care. It doesn't fully, because I haven't given it much information. So this is what I was saying, that you need to know what you're talking about so that you can go deeper, right? That's why they call it deep learning, don't they? So they can go deeper and really understand the root of what it is that you want to do, okay? This is a very good thing, DeepSeek. I'm not saying it's not. And then it says here, handle changes. Have a backup plan for last minute cancellations or emergencies. Gather feedback. Regularly ask carers and the clients for feedback to improve the service. So then it then provided me with a fictitious weekly rota, and it says from January the 29th to February the 4th, week 1, for example. Okay, I just wanted to show you this, and tonight I'm going to show you on my screen as well. But this is such a good thing, for example. So it's done week 1, and it's also can do week 2 if I want it to. So then it says tips for success. So it says use technology, invest in scheduling software. And this is where I said about AI automation software comes in. And if you are a brand new business, for example, this is the perfect time for you to get it. For something that could cost you $300 a month, for example, I'm just saying off the top of my head, depending on what you need, but you know, it depends what level of business you are, whether you're a startup, whether you're a micro, whether you're a small business, or whether you are a medium-sized business or a large business. The tools depend, automation tools depend on the size of your business and what it is that you need done in your business that's giving you a headache, for example. And you know, these things can start from 150, 100, 300 pounds a month, for example. So I'm giving you some examples of, you know, AI tools, for example, because we are an automation AI agency, and we can provide you with solutions for your healthcare business. But I'm trying to break things down, different AI tools that can be used, and this today is about what DeepSeek can do. And this is just by me asking 1, 2, 3. I asked 3 questions, and I got all of this back. I don't know if you can see. I got all of this back from the questions that I asked. So you can see it gives you plenty of detail, and then you can quite easily ask it more if you want to. So this DeepSeek to me is amazing. I've been using Chat GPT, for example, and you know, that's good. That's good, but I'm interested to go a bit deeper with this DeepSeek, and it's free. They're doing it for free, and they're offering it to anyone around the world, for example. Now, I'm going to be doing the proper testing with ChatGPT as well as DeepSeek, and I'm going to be testing both of them to see what answers I get back. See whether the answers are the same. I'd be very interested to see that, and that's why I'm going to be doing the live tonight to do the DeepSeek training as well as the AI, because I want to, Chat GPT, because I want to see if the answers come back the same, and I want to show you live as well, because I'm sure you'd be interested to know. Can anyone here tell me whether they're using DeepSeek right now, or what you're currently using? Are you using ChatGPT, for example? Are you using Gemini, Claude, Microsoft? Because I use Microsoft Copilot as well, and it's very good in my business when I do meetings. It will also help with the notes, and it helps with a lot of things. Tell you the truth, that is like my personal assistant, Microsoft AI. But today I wanted to talk about DeepSeek because it's just suddenly just come in, and it's like it's ruling the place, really. So what do you think? I'd love to hear your version of AI. Will you be looking at going into DeepSeek? What are the benefits of DeepSeek? And I'll go into that tonight, for example. Obviously it's free. That's one of the benefits, for example, but what other benefits can you get from it? what is it that you are wanting to achieve to get from DeepSeek that ChatGTP can't give you, or perhaps someone else, some other AI that you're using. You see, I use ChatGTP, I use Microsoft AI, I use Slack AI, for example, because all of these things, they're AI agents and they can all communicate with one another. For example, there's Salesforce, which is, they've got Agent Force now. You know, there's so many different things. I don't know. I'm going to be doing a talk on Slack as well as Agent Force this week, because I want to know for myself and also to help my clients. And I'm also going to cover the Grok 3, which is by Elon Musk as well. So there's Elon Musk, there's the Agent Force, and there's also Slack. And today I've covered DeepSeek, but tonight I'm going to go into the AI workforce examples, and I'm going to look at Chat and DeepSeek and ask it the same questions to see whether I get the same answers as well. And I think it's really going to be like something really amazing to see if the answers come up the same or whether they're slightly different. I want to see how that's going to pan out, and I want you to be able to see that. So I'd love for you to come back here again tonight, for example, at 7 p.m. UK time. That is 2 p.m. US time if you were in New York, or if you're in Atlanta, for example, to give you a time stamp of what that is, for example, because from what I've seen so far, I really do like DeepSeek. So I'm torn between DeepSeek and AI, Open AI, ChatGPT, for example. So I'm going to test that out tonight, see what the answers are, see what we come up with from both of them, and then I'll get a real proper understanding, because I know this DeepSeek can go really deep into things, but I need to also compare it with another model as well. So I hope that you'll be able to join me tonight. Let me know in the comments if you're going to join me. The link is actually in the description for joining me tonight, and I hope that you'll be able to join me. Like I said, please do like and subscribe to the channel so that you can get updates of when I'm going live, as well as when I've posted a video. I also want to say thank you to all of you that subscribe to the channel, and also to your comments as well. And I'm glad that you're finding it informative and it's really helping you to decide as well. Stay tuned, because I will be doing some questions about different products. I'm going to be doing the training about all of the tools in AI, so that you, the business owner, will be aware of which ones that you feel that you'll want to use. But also, it also helps for when we're doing our AI automation, our AI audit within your organization, and we'll create a workflow, an AI workflow, that you and our company, for example, can work together to build the best AI agents in your business, because they will be part of your workforce, working with your staff members or with your virtual assistants, for example. So do stay tuned, because I'm going to go through some more training. It's going to be at 7 p.m. tonight. I hope that you'll be able to join me. And this DeepSeek is just amazing. It's rocked everyone's world, for example, because we've now got you've got Donald Trump, for example, and the investors. You've got the stock market. The stock market, they've been throwing a lot of money at the AI that has been the Stargate and things like that. So, I mean, it's still gonna these things are still gonna go ahead. They're still gonna go ahead, but the structure probably might be changed more slightly, because although they're buying up these nuclear power centers for the data chips to be used, for example, data centers, there's still got to be some balance there for the environment as well. And I think with China, with DeepSeek, I think they showed that it was more environmentally friendly as well as cost effective as well. And that is something that we should be looking at, because if it's to do with the public purse, then we need to make sure that we're being efficient but also being safe as well for humankind. And I believe that rather than one person or a couple of countries have monopoly over AI, it seems that there was a tier 1, 2 and 3 that President Trump had set for AI, who could get the chips and how many they could have. I believe that there needs to be a regulatory body, just like in the UK that we have the Care Quality Commission, just like in America you've got the government organizations for licensing, etc. I believe that needs to also be done here to safeguard things getting out of control, because we need to have that balance, and it's got to be safe for everybody around the world. Because if lots of people are going to lose their jobs, then what are they going to do? How are they going to feel? You know, what compensation will they get for loss of job, for example? Will the government pay them, or is it going to be like, you know, when the robots come in, for example, is there going to be like a tax that's going to help pay for those that have lost their jobs, that's been used to working all their lives, and then suddenly that job is no longer relevant? So what is going to be the replacement for them, for example? And I'm just speaking from, you know, my point of view. This is how I think. For example, I'm not saying this is for everybody to think this way, because we've all got our own thoughts. But I truly believe that there must be a regulatory body over AI, so that we can ensure that there's going to be no one taking advantage, not one country takes advantage over the other, if that makes sense, but also the organizations that use the AI, that regulation needs to be monitored so that the AI isn't biased or you know, inappropriate, for example. So there's got to be this equilibrium whereby we are being regulated regarding AI. Okay, because yes, you know, it's different when you're a business and you're offering a service, but when it comes to human lives, home care, health care, for example, then surely there's got to be some sort of regulatory body regarding AI use. And I know that CQC in the UK are dealing with this right now, as well as in America and all around the world. You know, the hospitals, etc. They've got to be dealing with this in a proper way. We can't just race into things like things seem to be this big race going on at the moment. We've also got to read through and get the professors and the academics, for example, as well as the regulatory bodies and the legal teams, to make sure that things are going to be run smoothly and that no one's going to be hurt by it, for example. So what do you think? I'd love to hear your views on this. What do you think about what I just shared with you about DeepSeek? You know, what it did on my mobile phone. It's free to use. It is, you know, amazing what they've done. But also, like I said, we've got to be mindful when it comes to healthcare that we have to make sure that it is being regulated as well of who's using it, because of the GDPR, because of the privacy, because of the security of vulnerable people as well. And I know that the government and everything is working on that, because I am doing a training on that. I'm doing a talk on that about what is currently happening. I'm looking at all of these things because it is important, but I just wanted to bring to our attention that AI is great, wonderful, but what I worry about is the robots, how that's going to work, if you get what I mean, because they're super intelligent. Their brains are stronger than ours, and we're the ones that taught them, but they've got like this powerhouse of a brain. So it's like Einstein times 50, for example, you know. And we've got to also be mindful of having proper security step measures in place for when something goes wrong, because I don't know how it's going to pan out with the robots. AI has been around really since 1950. We just didn't know about it until 2 years ago, for example, when ChatGPT came along, for example. But look at what Elon Musk has created, the Tesla, you know, where people are driving well, they're not even driving to work, the car is driving for them. They just press a destination and they're cruising. I mean, how, you know, I just couldn't imagine that years ago, but yet it's happened. There's also there's this thing that Elon Musk is doing to, you know, travel in space and things like that. And I remember when the man first, well, as far as I know, the first man that stepped on the moon, I remember watching that on TV. I don't know if you remember that, if anyone's old enough to remember that. I was young at the time when that happened. But wow, so we've come a long way, but really things have been going on beforehand to get us to where we are today. And this is just the revolution that's happening, and we've got to look at that revolution. But also in healthcare, we've also got to, and I'm glad that healthcare has taken its time, because it's not something that we rush straight into like other people have done, for example, in different businesses. But with healthcare, it is, you know, really important that we take our time and make sure that we've got the human element, because we help to heal one another. A robot doesn't have that personality. So I wanted to just share that with you all today, and I hope you'll be able to join me tonight at 7 p.m. UK time, for example. And this is where I'm going to be going deeper into DeepSeek and ChatGPT. I'm going to do a presentation, and I'm going to ask it questions, for example, and see whether the answers come up the same or whether they're different, because I'd be quite interested to see, because then that's a question that I need to question. Why was it different? All right, so thank you so much for being here, and I've really appreciated you spending this time with me, and your time is precious. I understand that. And let's look at how we can get to understand about AI and DeepSeek AI. Massive breakthrough, massive news that's going on. but it's been going on since President Trump came into inauguration, for example. And you know, there's been this thing that's been made in the space of 2 months. Just suddenly it appears, and it was ready from December. And it took them 2 months. So how amazing is that, that China achieved that as well? And they didn't spend, you know, hundreds of millions to do this. It's cost them less than $7 million, for example, and that is remarkable. So anyway, join me tonight. I hope you'll be able to join me tonight. Thank you. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you tonight on the internet at 7 p.m. UK time, and I'm going to show you the difference between DeepSeek and ChatGPT, or maybe the answers may come up the same, and that's why I'm interested to see. I haven't done it yet. I want to do it live here tonight at 7 p.m. So thank you, everyone. Like I said, do like and subscribe, share, hit the notification button, and join me tonight at 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. American time if you're in New York or Atlanta, for example. I will see you later. Take care. Thank you. Bye.